Just gonna go side to side. I hope doing those face stretches wasn't too weird. It's just, I know it's really important to stretch your facial muscles just like everything else. You may not, well, the thing is you do work your facial muscles quite often, especially your mouth, if you ever, eat anything. So that's why it's important to stretch them and just kind of counter, all this grinding tension kind of stuff that happens, particularly to that area. How many was it? 4? 5. 6. Okay, and then let's do some taking our head, tilting it forward. I can feel that in the back of my neck a lot. And looking up. Down. Three. 4. 6. Okay, and then let's go ahead and take the ear to the shoulder a few times. Ooh, very, very tight, I can tell. Okay, center, another side. Ooh, that side does not want to go very well. That side doesn't want to stretch nearly as much. But this is my dominant side. This is my right side, obviously. And I'm right-handed, so this side may not have as good of range of motion as the other side. Other side. Okay, center. Other side again. I'm just going to do that many because that's very intense for me, I'm noticing. So next let's go ahead and take the head down and then off to the side though. Well, at an angle. And yeah, I guess off to the side. But not like all the way to your shoulder, like halfway between your shoulder and center. Okay. And go back to center and repeat on the other side. Okay. This one feels really nice. Helps stretch the back of your neck, your trapezius muscles. Just do this one more, perhaps. Okay, center and up. Okay, and then let's see. Let's go ahead and move the shoulders. I always like to do some of these shoulder rolls. Oh, I'm very sore actually, I can tell. I did a lot of like ab work on the mat, but I also tried, like planks basically is what I was doing, a bunch of them. And so my shoulders are very sore. So this feels fantastic. Whew, okay. And then make sure I have something to kind of, I'm gonna move forward just a little bit. Okay. Okay, and then let's go ahead and do some just side to side. And you can look up at the side you are, your arm, your extended arm. And let's go back to center. And same thing on the other side. Okay. We're just going to do that a few times. And as you can probably see, I'm kind of just holding onto my stool for stability. One more on this side, for me at least, but like I said, if you'd like to do more, by all means do more. Alright, and then just for the heck of it, let's go ahead and just do some hand and wrist stretches real quick. So take your hand like I'm doing here, just pull, and then go ahead and switch. I always like to do these stretches for my hands and wrists pretty much every single day. Side. Alright, and then let's flip the hand. And that one's a little intense. And other side. Okay, and then let's just do some wrist circles for just a second here. Another way. 4. Okay, and then let's do some surprised hands. Wiggle the fingers around a little bit. And then let's just do a little bit of traction on the fingers, because that's another thing that's often neglected is your fingers. And especially doing any kind of like pulling motion or movements. Finger just popped. Because a lot of times you're just clenching, just holding on to stuff, or I don't know, just putting pressure on there, and you're not often doing things that kind of re-lengthen everything out. So that's why I think it's very important to also include the fingers in, anytime you stretch your hands and wrists in that whole area. So those were our stretches for today. What are you doing, baby girl? April Bunny is very interested in this stool, it looks like. Oh, there she goes. Anyway, so yeah, let me know what you thought about these stretches, if they felt nice, or if they were, difficult, or, whatever your experience was. I highly recommend keeping them kind of in your back pocket, so that if you are sitting at a desk all day, or just a chair, or, just kind of sitting in the same kind of position a lot, and just everything is just very, just still, or, hunched over, that's going to create tension after a bit of time. And so I just want to give you something to kind of counter that.